Hi, I'm Bridget. I'm the host of the BirdBrains Podcast.
And I'm Anna. I'm a junior here. My major is environmental conservation, and I'm from Suffolk, Virginia.
So did you come into college, in the honors college?
I did, yes. I applied before I came here, and I've just been in it since I started.
Yeah. What made you decide to come to Virginia Tech?
When I toured, I loved the campus. I thought it was so beautiful, with, being in the mountains and everything. I just loved that so much, and it didn't compare to, any of the other schools that I visited, looks-wise. It was just so pretty. And then I really liked the school spirit. Everybody gets super excited about, sports and everything, even when we're not doing well. And so I really enjoyed that because my, high school wasn't, all that into stuff like that. So it was, new to me and something I always wanted. I always wanted to go to, a big school with, a lot of school spirit. And then also, being an in-state student, it was a more affordable option. So.
Yeah. Did you know you wanted to come to Virginia Tech Honors College?
Yes, I knew that I wanted to be an honor student and that I was going to apply, but I liked Virginia Tech so much that, if it wouldn't have worked out, I would have still come here, and I probably, would have applied for, a later semester to see if I could get in, but, if I never did honors, I just wanted to be here, so it would have been fine.
What was it like as a freshman in the honors college?
So the biggest thing for me was that I lived in the honors dorms in East AJ, and so I met a lot of my friends from freshman year were also honors students, and we're still really close now. So I feel the honors college in that way brought me a lot of my closest friends, and I really liked living in the honors dorms, honestly. And then as far as classes, I just took the intro honors class that was very unique. It was not like any other class that I've taken, and it was a really big class, but it was taught almost like you would think it would be a small class. So it was just that was interesting. I would say my dorm experience as far as honors made a bigger impact for me.
Yeah. Wow, my brain just completely blanked.
That's okay.
Did you always know that you wanted to study abroad?
Yes. So I always wanted to go to college. That was always a goal of mine. And then once I got to be in about middle school, where I started to take, I guess I wasn't seriously searching colleges in middle school, obviously, but that's when you start to actually learn about what your options are and what you might want in a school. And so that's kind of when I discovered what study abroad is, and it just blew my mind. I was wait, you can just go to another country for a couple months, and it's just normal, you just go to school there. I just thought that was the craziest thing ever. And I had never at that point been out of the country. And then I eventually I had been to Canada and stuff when I was in high school, but I never went far. So it was definitely always a dream of mine to go to another continent and just do something completely different.
Yeah, what made you decide to do the honors college study abroad program?
Yeah, so it aligned with the credits that I needed for my honors degree really well. One thing that I really like about honors is how flexible it is to get your credits and stuff. You can do internships for credit and all that kind of stuff. So if I didn't do that specific study abroad program, I would have found another way, even with a different study abroad program. But I liked how it got it all done in basically one go. I have one more class left to take for my honors diploma before I graduate.
Lucky.
So yeah, I basically got it all done in one semester, which was just, it really simplified things because I wanted my honors degree, and I also wanted to study abroad. So it was just the most streamlined way to do it.
What kind of classes did you get to take?
So it was really unique. So you don't actually get to choose your classes like you would for maybe another study abroad, and it doesn't necessarily relate to your major because I was saying I'm environmental conservation, and I took a coding class, I took a poetry class, we took a food studies class, geology. You have to take Italian because in the region of Switzerland where I lived, they speak Italian there because it's 15 minutes by train from the Italian border. So most of Switzerland, they speak German, but they actually speak Italian in Riva where I was.
Wow.
And then you take an undergraduate research course where you get to pick any project or topic that you want, so you can relate that to your major if you want, or you don't have to. But it's mostly for to get your gen eds done. So the geology class counted for the science pathway, and the coding was for the math pathway and stuff. So yeah.
What were some of your favorite experiences studying abroad?
Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question because I want to say everything, which I know is a terrible cop-out answer, but I would say number one thing was just, like, the people that I met.
Mm-hmm.
So my, like, program had 29 students in it.
Oh, that's nice.
And so we had all of our classes together every
Yeah.
single day, and a lot of us would, like, travel together on the weekends, and then, like, twice during the semester we went on, like, group trips all together. So, like, we went to Naples, Italy for a week, and then we went to, like, a small, like, mountain town in Switzerland all together for a week. So, like, when you spend that much time with,
Yeah.
like, a kind of small group of people, like, you get so close. And I still am so close friends with them and, like, talk to these people on, like, a regular basis. And I have plans to, like, hang out with them literally after this. So, like,
That's so fun.
that was the number one thing. It's just, like, the, like, friendships that came out of it. But also just how easy it is to get around. Like, the train, like, system in Europe is crazy. Like, we don't really have good public transportation in the U.S. Like, I don't know if I ever even took public transportation until, like, the BT. So that was new for me, to be able to, like get anywhere by train pretty much. Like, that was awesome. And then the flights, like, Europe is so small. Like, it's so many countries that are, like, the size of our states or smaller. So, like, you can go anywhere and, like, a flight will cost you, like, $100, which is, like, unheard of in the U.S. So just how interconnected everything was. I got to go to so many places. I visited 10 countries.
Wow.
While I was there, in 4 months.
Do you think that's pretty typical? Like, do most students end up doing something like that?
I do. I think so, because I knew other people who had done, like, this study abroad program that are, like, a year older than me. Or just people who have studied abroad in general.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like, where'd you go? Like, which places did you like? And they just list off, like, I'm like, are they going to stop? Like, did they really go to all these places? And so I think it depends on where you go. Like, obviously in other parts of the world it can be different. But in Europe, like, everything's just so close together that I think it is common for, like, you just have to, like, I don't know, it's like YOLO type of thing. Like, you do kind of, like, spend a lot of money if you want to go to all these places. But we were also broke by the end of it, but it was so worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, when are you ever going to get the chance to do that again? So it's, like, every weekend we were, like, somewhere new that none of us had ever been.
Yeah, so. I swear, every time I saw you, different place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, was the transition hard, like, going into the program, or was it pretty easy because you kind of got familiar with people?
Yeah, I'd say it was in the middle. Like, it was mostly fine. There's obviously some things that were, like, a bit of a struggle. Like, I kind of thought, like, the language barrier would be harder to deal with. But in most of, like, the larger, like, cities, unless you're traveling to, like, really remote places, which, like, can be cool, but when you're inexperienced, like, if you haven't spent a lot of time in Europe, like, you're probably not going to travel to, like, super remote places. So when you're in big cities, like, you can usually get around. Like, I was worried about, like, people aren't going to be able to speak English, or, like, I am, like, learning a little bit of Italian, but obviously my Italian's not great. And then when I leave Italy, then what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, Portuguese or, whatever these other languages are. So I was stressed about that, but that ended up being okay. And then I guess the other hardest thing is just, like, being so far away from, like, your friends and family with, like, the time difference and everything. We were 6 hours ahead. So you get used to it, and it's fine, but it's almost like 6 hours of the day that you, like, can't. Like, it's just cut off that you can't, like, speak to people because it just makes no sense because, like, either you're not awake or they're not awake. So you just have to be, like, really intentional about, like, reaching out to people at home because, like, you want to, like, keep in touch with them and, like, let them know that you're thinking of them, but you also want to, like, be in the present moment and not, like, be on your phone all the time. And so I think the hardest thing was, like, finding a balance between, like, living in the moment and, like, staying connected to home. But you figure it out after a month or so. So.
What was the transition like coming back into the States? Like, was that hard, or was it like, oh, I miss my family, I know this? Yeah,
it was, again, I would say in the middle. Like, I was excited, by the end of it, I was excited to come home. Like, it's not that I didn't want to be there anymore. Like, and if you asked me today, like, I would go back in a heartbeat. I have so many, like, memories in that place, and, like, it means so much to me, but, like, I mean, I was gone I'd never been away from, like, home for that long. Even, like, being at Tech, like, I'd never gone an entire semester without seeing my parents. Like, because I would see them over Thanksgiving break or, something like that. So I'd never gone, like, over 4 consecutive months, like, without seeing them. So I was, like, so excited to come back, actually. And I think because I studied abroad in the spring, it made it easier, too, because I got to come back for, like, summer break, which is my favorite season because I get to, like, go on vacation with my family and, like, my birthday's in the summer and stuff like that. So I had things to look forward to that made it easier, but whenever I get, like, I don't know, like a flashback from, like, the Photos app on my phone or whatever, it's like, oh, this is where you were. I'm like, oh, I miss it so much.
What do you have left to do for the Honors College?
So I have to take a Super Studio course. That's the other, if you choose to do PGS, which is like the Honors Study Abroad program, that's the final like requirement is that one class. So Super Studio class is like, it has 3 sections that are each focused on like a different issue. Like one could be like an environmental issue, one is like a social issue, like, you know, XYZ. And then you meet separately most of the week, but then one class every week you all meet together and like try and discuss how like your issues are interrelated and how you could use your different like majors and knowledge or whatever to like combine, like work together and like fix them.
Oh, that's really
so
cool.
I think it'll be a cool experience, and I know some of my like friends from study abroad are taking it this semester. So I'm pretty sure it's offered in the fall and the spring. So it's like flexible, like as long as you take it before you graduate, you can do it whenever. But some of them did it like right away and they're in it now, and it seems like they've been really enjoying it and doing some cool stuff and like learning some like other perspectives that maybe they don't get in their major. So yeah, that's what I have left.
Are you glad that you came to Virginia Tech in the Honors College?
Yes, like 100%. And like I already felt that way from like living in the dorms and like making those friends. But now after like doing the honors like study abroad program, I'm sure like any study abroad program would have been like just as meaningful to me. Just because it's something that I always really wanted to do. But because this is the one that I did, like I can't imagine like not having had that experience. Like I don't know. It's like really completely transformed. Like that sounds like so fake, but like it really has. Like my whole experience of like being at Tech would be so different if I never did that. So
well, that's all I have. Thank you so much, Anna, for coming on the BirdBrains podcast. Hopefully more episodes to come.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course.